Coming to you live from Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. I'm Jeff Melanician, and joining me in the broadcast booth is Rick Jordan. Rick, both of these schools had some subpar years last season, and they're looking to turn it around this season.
Yeah, both of these teams came into season 9 with pretty high expectations and just did not finish the way they would have liked. Both teams returning 2 All-Americans between them, so hopefully they'll have better luck this season.
And it started off, Notre Dame, they get the ball first and bringing it out on the return. And this is where we will see Thor Gunderson with the 27-yard return, but we're going to see the quarterback in his sophomore campaign, Tyler Steeman.
Yeah, Steeman, a fantastic addition for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish last season. Lots of turnovers.
And he'll start it off with the speed option. He keeps it, tries to get on the outside, gets around the tackler, and he is down the sidelines all the way close to midfield. And just like that, on the first play for Notre Dame, 25 yards.
Yeah, something I don't think we really expected out of Steeman. Obviously more of a passing quarterback. Did finish last season with 10 rushing touchdowns, but not too many yardage. So maybe they're going to kind of turn things on their head this season and try to change up that offense.
Good start for Tyler Steeman and the Notre Dame offense. Taking the snap here on first down, throwing it underneath. Pass is going to be caught by Kobe Kickler, the transfer from USC, making his debut, and that's a reception, but for no gain.
Yeah, risky first pass on that one by Steeman. You know, he got a through into, looked like triple coverage over there.
Now, second down and 10. Steeman still under center, throwing it out underneath. That's Bubba Bertier. And 8 yards later, it's going to set up a third down and short. And this is where I think the game is going to be won, is who could convert these third downs.
Yeah, and a good play on Notre Dame there, kind of spreading their wide receivers out and finding him down there.
Another run play, this time no pitch needed. Steeman taking a stiff arm as well, and 6 yards, and he's doing it with his legs on this drive and taking this drive over.
Yeah, once again, Notre Dame proving that Steeman looks like he's going to be the strength of this running attack this season.
He'll keep it yet again as Bertier was in the backfield, picks up a block from Gunderson, takes out a tackler. He's still loose on his feet, down inside the 5.
I don't know what it's going to take for this A&M defense to bring Steeman down. I mean, he is running like a man possessed in the early goings of this game. Huge 34-yard rush, putting them, I mean, on the 1 yard line. I mean, they've got to punch this one in. You got to think they're going to go right back to Steeman here.
Why not? If ain't broke, don't fix it, especially on the opening drive. Maynard is lined up in the slot, but it's going to be a handoff, and Colby Tickler into the end zone. A 2-yard touchdown rush, and that's his first touchdown in a Notre Dame uniform.
A fantastic job by the Irish right there, moving the ball down the field and kind of switching up their offensive attack this season, just going straight for the run early and often here, and it looks like they're going to have a good bit of success with that this season.
Just like that. Boy, I mean, Rick, we talked about this with Texas A&M and with Notre Dame last season. I mean, if you're Notre Dame, 3-5 last season, that's got to be a good opening possession for you.
Yeah, you got to hope your defense can really make some plays for you in this game. They are one of the few teams last season that had a positive point differential, but a losing record. No other team in the CFSL had that.
Now we're going to see somebody Kellen Irvin, coming over from Florida and being the #1 receiver for the Texas A&M Aggies. As Tremaine will line up in the pistol set, and it's going to be a handoff to Dixon, getting his first carry here of his sophomore campaign, and it's going to be 5 yards before Al Walker on the tackle.
Yeah, I think this season they're going to kind of look more towards the run, just like Notre Dame is. Ty Dixon is a fantastic talent in the backfield. They've got to utilize him more.
Another pistol set here, and there goes Dixon. He is loose, and he gets to the second level, and 12 yards later, that's a first down, and Texas A&M looking good on their opening drive.
And what did I say already? I mean, the power in those legs, especially with this pistol offense, looks like they're going to be really fond of running tonight.
And it's a cold night as well here in Chicago, 32 degrees, and that's when normally you get the running game going, and that's exactly what both teams have done. It's Ty Dixon already up to 28 yards.
Yeah, both of these teams just deciding to attack this front seven of both squads early on.
First down and 10. There goes Dixon trying to get outside, but Al Walker there to swarm and get another tackle for a loss, his first on the season, and that's something we've come to expect from somebody that could be in the All-American voting.
Yeah, kind of a surprise last season he didn't come up with it. 20 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 1 INT, 1 forced fumble. This guy's a force of nature, and he's getting right back to it.
Keeping it, Jermaine with his first throw, wide open receiver, it's caught inside the 5 to the touchdown, Kellen Irvin, and Rick Jordan is smiling up here in the booth.
Yeah, honestly, just a great job just breaking open deep on that route right there by Kellen Irvin, a guy who was up for most improved player last season, didn't come away with it, but it looks like this season he's not settling for anything less than All-American.
Oh, that was crazy. He got in behind Bubba Bertier, who's an elite corner and someone who prides himself on taking the ball away, and there just got his head caught in the backfield.
Yeah, great job by A&M here answering on that first offensive drive. You're really going to have to keep up with Notre Dame. Both of these teams have great offenses, but both teams are returning 2 players at All-American on both sides of the ball. So you're really going to need your defense to step up here because both of these offenses are not going to stop.
And it seems like this game, just to start, 2 minutes in, and the offenses have come to play. Is there anything that these defenses can do to maybe slow this game down before it gets out of hand?
Well, transfer Josh Clayton, you got to think they're going to get him involved pretty often. He's going to find his way to the ball.
Steeman, quick throw out there, and that's Zachary Cooper with his first reception, and that's a 10-yard, and it's going to be second down in inches.
Yeah, really talented sophomore Zachary Cooper, good hands on him. Finished last year, 458 yards, getting right back to it, moving this ball down the field.
And there it was, Clayton with the tackle for Texas A&M. So holding them to a 2nd and inches here. So Notre Dame didn't really get the first down, but they're going to have to try to get something here. This could be a big stop for Texas A&M if they can do it. They get in the backfield, but the forward momentum. Kickler falls forward, and that's going to be not just enough for the win for it. Texas A&M with their linebackers, they got in there big. Steeman on the play action, throwing it to the corner route, and it's going to be caught by Cooper. 14 yards in the toe tap, first down.
Yeah, I expect Steeman to look early and often to Cooper right there. He's going to find him on those out routes, just the toe tapping on to get the ball in bounds.
First down at 10. Steeman doesn't see anything he likes, decides to take off. Oh, takes a shot. Got to see who got the number on that truck, but I mean, good presence from Steeman, but boy, you got to learn how to slide as laying the wood there. Number 12 for Texas A&M.
Yeah, just laid him completely out on that one. I'm glad Steeman got up after that hit and can control this offense again, hopefully.
2nd down and 8. Steeman in shotgun formation again, doesn't see anything he likes, and he is going to be sacked for the first time in the ball game.
And Ty Perry once again making his presence felt on this one. His first sack of the game, and I got to feel like that's probably not going to be his last. Transfer from Clemson is really making an impact early in this game.
Yeah, coming over along with Josh Clayton as well. So 2 Clemson star defenders making their presence felt here early for Texas A&M. But is it going to be enough? We'll have to wait and see. Steeman steps back, going to throw it underneath to Cooper, who takes another hit. Boy, I mean, it's going to be 4th down and 4. So Texas A&M holds serve.
Yeah, great job by the Texas A&M defense. The walk-on right there, making some big plays early in this one, holding to the first punt of the game. But you know, for Steeman, you're going to have to throw a little bit further than the sticks, especially on 3rd and long. So hopefully he's going to, be getting an earful from Coach Kickler over there.
Are you kind of surprised at the fact that everything was working with the run game, that they kind of went away from it there?
Yeah, I mean, 3 or 4 straight passes on that drive.
First down and 10 for Jermaine. He doesn't see anything he likes, and he is going to be swarmed. Cameron Wolf in there and Austin Witten.
Yeah, great job by the Notre Dame defense. Not just the guys up front either. Obviously, the guys in the secondary shut down any opportunity for the wide receivers to find an opening. And that defensive line, if you give them enough time, they're going to do that. Cameron Wolf tying their sack total from last season for 1 sack last season, all of last season.
Ted Howard also with the pressure as well. So they got ends, and now they got some defensive tackles that they didn't have last season. Trying a screen pass, but there it is. That's Austin Witten yet again, chasing him down from behind, and Ty Dixon with a loss there.
Yeah, this Notre Dame defensive line is going to be trouble for A&M all night long. And like you said a second ago, Notre Dame kind of getting away from that passing game, going just straight up, or going away from the run game, going into this passing game, and that's exactly what A&M's doing here.
See, they can make some changes, but it's 3rd and 18, so they're going to have to throw this one out. Hopefully, Jermaine can make the right decision. Pressure coming off the edge. Holy cow, Zach Howard, how do you do? He just swarmed off that line.
Yeah, and honestly, A&M's lucky to get away with an incomplete pass on that one, because if he had a split second quicker on that step, that might have been a fumble or even a sack. I mean, he was about as close as you can get to your own red zone.
Now Notre Dame going to be set up thanks to Colby Kickler in perfect prime real estate here to put on some points here to close out the first quarter. First down and 10, pistol set. Hand off to Kickler. He's got some blocks. He stays on his feet. And Josh Clayton brings him down, but not before he picks up a gain of 5.
Yeah, good job by Notre Dame. I kind of want to see them going back to this run game, especially when you're in your opponent's territory. You know, you can smell the end zone. So hopefully they'll be kind of going back to Steeman and Kickler, what was working for them before.
And Notre Dame coming into this series, they are 2-1. So looking good here to start it off, and a throw out to Bertier. And already we see that Steeman, he's seeing what he's like, and he's taking advantage of this Texas A&M Aggies defense.
Yeah, Bubba Bertier, great two-way player playing on offense and defense, and he'll make his presence felt on both.
Quick throw out, and there goes Bertier. He can play both sides of the ball, and he gets it out there for 6 yards. Quick throw.
Yeah, great job by Steeman getting all of his wide receivers involved in the early going. Like to see more of Dexter Jackson, obviously an All-American from 2 seasons ago. Kind of had a down year last year. Hopefully we can get him more involved because we've seen the talent level that he has there.
Yeah, he's kind of sprung into a receiver one role here with this Notre Dame offense. And he's been kind of quiet so far to start. And Steeman doesn't see anything he likes, rushes up the middle, and that's a touchdown. And just like that, Notre Dame regains the lead.
Yeah, great job by Steeman there, seeing the opening. That defensive line just kind of spread out for him, and he just took advantage of it and went straight into the end zone. You see that power by him once again to push forward, to get into the end zone. Just that strength right there.
Up again. So we kind of saw it. They went back to the run game, but now do you think, or do you expect Texas A&M to do the same thing?
I think they're going to have to. I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with looking at your receivers. You have a very talented receiving core, Kellen Irvin obviously being the stud of them, but your strength is going to be in getting Dixon the ball, getting that run game started in this early going.
14-7, and there goes Ty Dixon. We called for it, and right up the middle, gain of 8.
Yeah, really smart play there by A&M. If they could get this run game going early on, it's really going to open more opportunities for Kellen Irvin downfield. You got to be thinking they're going to be taking a shot on it at some point in the future.
Yeah, we still haven't seen Jarrett Schneider or Joseph Robinson either. It's been Ty Dixon and Kellen Irvin. And Ty Dixon, 4 yards before he's going to be wrapped down by Al Walker yet again. And it's still enough for them to move the chains, though. First down.
Yeah, it's a good job getting their elite halfback involved in the early going of this game.
Jermaine keeps it on the option, trying to get outside. The defense is there, and who else but Austin Witten yet again, but he was slowed down by his brother, Aaron Witten.
Yeah, fantastic job by the 5-star freshman here, making his presence felt on the outside there, and he's lucky he got away with that. Not losing that ball. I mean, that hit was about as hard as they come, and he managed to hold on to that ball somehow.
2nd down and 9 coming up for Jermaine and the Aggies offense. Throwing it out, but it's going to be batted away as that was knocked away by Aaron Witten. So the Witten brothers having a big night here so far in Chicago.
Yeah, the transfer from USC almost got away with a pick on that one if he had a step quicker on it.
3rd down and 9, needing to convert here and getting just enough. That's Brent Mills for a pickup of 10.
Yeah, a great job. We're seeing a lot of these two-way players making the impact in this game already. Bubba Bertier, obviously, for Notre Dame, and Brent Mills, the cornerback for Texas A&M, getting his first catch of the evening.
29 receptions last season, already has 1 coming over from Florida State. Handoff to Ty Dixon up the middle, and that's going to be a pickup of 7 on the play.
If it ain't broke, you got nothing to fix. I mean, Ty Dixon is getting 6 to 12 yards per carry right now in the early going of this game. You just got to keep it going. Keep pounding the ball with it.
It seems like only a matter of time before Shalizzi gets going as well. There he is, making his presence felt. And a tackle for a loss, 2nd tackle on the night. But as soon as we start talking about him, they come to show.
Speak of the devil, and he will appear. Shalizzi just making his way through that offensive line like it was just paper.
Pistol set here on 3rd down and 4, but Jermaine's just got to chuck this one into the stands because the pressure was coming. And that seems to be the key right now for Notre Dame on defense, is to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
Yeah, that pressure's been getting to him early and often, and honestly, he's looking a little bit rattled right now by this defense. The halfback screen looks like that was the play they were going to attempt, was just broken up from the get-go.
Now, is there anything that you could maybe talk to your quarterback about to maybe, or you got to do something, right, to get him out of that rhythm and that he's feeling with that pressure?
Yeah, Coach Mears, I think he's done a great job of talking to his guys. I think he can be able to settle them down pretty good.
Empty set here on 1st down, throwing it underneath, but looking for Bertier, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, you really can't have these drops early in this game. You've got a 7-point lead. You'd love to build on that, and these drops by your wide receivers on wide open catches are really going to hurt you.
Demon drop it back. Looked like they were going to bring the blitz, but 38 backed out of it. And Josh Clay laying the wood on Brandon Maynard II, who makes his first reception. Going to be 3rd down and short upcoming.
Yeah, his first reception of the evening, the All-American tight end from season 9, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of them because once they start getting him involved, they're not going to stop.
And what are you calling here on third down, Rick?
Looks like 5 wide, so hopefully maybe a slant over the middle.
We're going to change the play. Steeman on this third down and 4, throwing it out, but it's going to be just short of the sticks. Cooper falling out of bounds, and they're going to have to punt this away.
Once again, second offensive series where they have thrown short of the sticks to Zachary Cooper.
And that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter. Very entertaining, and the offenses came to play. Will the defenses step up? You'll have to stay tuned. You're watching this PX1 Sports on YouTube. Welcome back to the start of the second quarter. Rick Jordan, I'm Jeff Melanishin, coming to you live from Soldier Field in Chicago, where Notre Dame currently has the 7-point lead against Texas A&M, and they will punt it away. So we'll see, and Damian Armour takes it up 12 yards. What are you expecting this? I mean, I keep saying it, but I mean, this offense has been kind of put in neutral here the last couple of drives.
Yeah, hopefully get your wide receivers more involved. We've seen a lot of Ty Dixon. He's been doing well, but you've got to get your receivers involved.
Hand off to Dixon, but this time it is going to be sniffed out by Cameron Wolf.
Fantastic job getting in the backfield, just kind of shutting it down. They know what to expect right now. Ty Dixon has done a great job so far this game, but you cannot put the entire game on his shoulders. You've got to start spreading the ball around.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on YouTube. Appreciate everybody tuning in for this one. Jermaine throwing it, but he's going to throw it away. And look at that, 3 of 7. And I don't even think on the other side, Steeman, I don't even think he's thrown it in incomplete yet.
Yeah, and honestly, you can criticize it, but if you don't see anything, just throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't force a pass. Just get it out of your hands. Throw the ball away.
3rd and 13 here for Texas A&M, needing to convert big time to keep the momentum going. But they're going to throw it underneath, and it's only going to go for 4. It's Joseph Robinson with his first reception of the new season, and he's going to be 8 yards short.
Yeah, the transfer from Oregon getting his first catch of the game, doing a great job. But once again, these teams throwing short of the sticks on 4th down. You got to think this is going to be driving the coaches crazy watching from the sidelines. You know, what are you doing? You know, throw it deep. Let's try to get something going at least.
Yeah, you got to come up maybe with some longer passing routes or some combos there, maybe to get somebody open. But this defense for Notre Dame, you have to give them credit. And we'll see, can Texas A&M's defense make another stand here? Full house pistol in the backfield. Steeman again doesn't see anything he likes, takes off. Oh, a little bit of a horse collar there on the tackle, but it's going to be a pickup of 5.
Yeah, Rusty Alston did a great job catching him before he got too far, because honestly, Steeman, as quick as he is, he could have broken free on that one. He got in a good chunk of yardage. Great job by him on that tackle.
Handoff to Kickler under center from Steeman. It's going to be 1 yard, and the defense again, Alston with another tackle.
Yeah, just getting a little bit too predictable on offense right now. Notre Dame is up, 7 points right here, but they are still 1 and 3 on 3rd down possessions.
Empty set here for Steeman. Blitz coming off the edge. He sees it, and he fires it to Cooper. 11 yards for the first down.
Yeah, great job there by Steeman, finding his guy over the middle, getting it to him. Zachary Cooper been his guy for most of the night so far.
This is set Pickler, and he is going to be met and dropped in the backfield for no gain on the play. So the defense for Texas A&M coming up with some big plays, but it seems like they just need to string them along every now and then. I mean, they're giving up these 3rd downs, and they can't do that. 2nd down and 10. It was 4 wide to the top of the formation. And again, Steeman taking off and scrambling. Oh, gives a nice form, a shiver. And that's going to be a first down, 13 yards. And he's already up to 91 yards rushing.
And there is no love lost between Steeman and Lamech Russo, the former transfer there.
Steeman, and it's going to be batted down at the line of scrimmage, able to get their hands up and knock that one down. That was Peters.
Yeah, great job on that one. Putting him in a 2nd and long situation here.
Watts, top of the formation yet again. Steeman will fire it underneath, and that's going to be caught by Kickler. Gives a nice forearm trigger again to it seems like they're going to Brent Mills on that one. But boy, it's going to be 3rd down and 6, and Texas A&M needs to come up with a stop here.
Yeah, Steven's done a good job so far finding his receivers, but he has got to throw past the sticks here.
They'll fire it again to Cooper, who falls again out of bounds. It's the second time that Cooper has done that. Maybe you could blame the throw on Steeman, but we'll see. Amy Chalizzi attempt her first field goal of the season. Now it's run right down the chute, and that's 3 points added. It's a 17-10 lead, 10 points for Notre Dame.
Yeah, good job putting their All-American kicker back in there for that one, making it a 2-possession game. But if you're Notre Dame, you got to find a way to start converting these 3rd downs. I mean, they've seen 3rd and short, 3rd and long, but they're still going short of the sticks every time.
And it seemed like if Steeman would have led Cooper just a little bit more, that he would have been able to turn upfield with it, and he would have been, I think, he would have been able to get that first down.
Yeah, now we'll see what A&M is going to do on offense this drive. They've got to figure out a way to get some yardage on this drive, or they don't want this game to get out of hand.
Shotgun formation, a little halfback draw action to Ty Dixon, 7 yards up the middle, and it's going to set up a 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about, A&M really heavily relying on this running game early on, but I mean, if it's working, it's working, but you just got to hope their luck doesn't run out.
This will set here. Ty Dixon on the carry, blocking, not able to get out in front, and so Dominic Chalizzi was the first one in there, and then the rest, Lamec Russo and the rest of the Notre Dame defense getting in there and swarming to Ty Dixon.
Yeah, Lamec Russo, who I incorrectly called out earlier, the transfer from A&M, getting a little bit of revenge in there with the tackle for loss on that one.
Pivotal 3rd down here that Texas A&M needs to convert. Setting up the halfback screen. Dixon able to turn upfield, but Chalizzi says no.
When it's just you and Chalizzi between a first down, you're going to lose that one every single time.
What a big stop for Notre Dame, and boy, their defense has come to play and has almost strangleholded the momentum away from Texas A&M.
Yeah, Coach Mears has really got to figure out something for this offense to get going. I know he said they had a fantastic offseason. They're really looking forward to this season. But once the game's finally started and you are up against that terrifying defensive line of Notre Dame, you've got to figure out something other than just running it to the outside, running it up the middle.
It seems like Notre Dame has found that balance that Texas A&M on offense hasn't found yet. We'll have to see if they can get that going. And they're steaming. He is throwing it to Cooper. He's throwing missiles all over the place. And that's 23 yards as Cooper up to 71 yards on 7 receptions.
Yeah, it looks like Steeman has found his guy on this offense. And it looks like Cooper's going to be his guy this season. I mean, he's done a great job. Steeman has been putting the ball where he needs to all day, has not really been throwing into too much double and triple coverage. He's been making really smart, decisive throws.
And it seems like they put Cooper in that 3 spot in the slot, which is what he was last season as well, as Pickler trying to get outside, but there's Peters making the tackle, up to 4 tackles down, 1 tackle for loss. Gonna have to have a big game.
Yeah, you really, really don't want to be going to the outside when you have Allie Peters right there in your face. Should have cut inside on that one.
And 2 great linebackers on both sides going at it. Steeman dropping it underneath, and that's going to be for Gunderson, 9-yard reception, and it's going to set up a manageable 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, first catch by the transfer out of Texas for Notre Dame. You'd like to get him more involved. He's obviously a talent right there at wide receiver.
3rd and 1 for Steeman. Didn't see anything he liked and turns it upfield. And again, 4 on Shiver to Mills before Clayton comes in to finish it off. But 13 yards later, and it's a first down. And they are inside the red zone yet again on this Aggies defense.
Yeah, Steeman clearly has no issue with challenging Brent Mills. He's going to be doing that all night, it seems.
229 yards total for Notre Dame so far. And we are still 3 minutes left to go, 4 minutes left to go in the first half. And Bubba Bertier making another reception, but only for a pickup of 3.
Yeah, really good job at Notre Dame getting him involved. He's been doing a great job, but you really need to start finding Kellen Urban on these plays.
And there goes Kickler, and into the end zone, 12 yards, just like that, in a blink of an eye. Touchdown, Notre Dame to extend the lead.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line, just opening up those holes. I mean, he basically just walked right into the end zone, and now Texas A&M has got a sizable lead heading in, sizable difference in this lead going into the half. They really have got to put some points on the board before the halftime.
And that was a 6-play, 60-yard drive. Only took 1 minute and 40 seconds off the game clock. So it shows you this quick strike ability that this Notre Dame team has on offense. Meanwhile, I mean, Texas A&M, you got to pretty much look kind of shell-shocked, don't you, Rick?
Yeah, you really just need to kind of, take your quarterback, take Jimmy, take your guys on offense and just say, hey, let's settle down. We're still in this game, but we've got to be making smart plays every single down.
There goes Dixon starting to with a run play, and that's going to be pick up of 7. So setting up a manageable second down. And this is something that they need to do. If they can manage, and we're seeing it, 5 yards per carry is what Ty Dixon is getting. So he can easily get 5 yards to put you in that manageable second down position.
Yeah, he's really doing a great job. They've been going to him very often tonight on these first down runs where he's picking up 6 or 7, but then they're blowing it on the next 2 plays.
Trips to the bottom of the formation here for Jermaine, who keeps it on the option keeper, and turns out to be a good option as well, as he will pick up 14 yards, looking like steaming, but that's only 7 yards total, so he's going to have to up that here.
Yeah, good job by Jermaine seeing the defense and calling the right call on that read.
Quick throw out, but it's going to be intercepted. Bubba Bertier going back the other way. No one's going to catch him. Pick 6, Notre Dame.
I mean, it's just like he's on offense. His hands were right there at the ready. He said, one way or another, I'm getting a touchdown. I'm catching a touchdown today. And that's exactly what he did. Put Notre Dame up, pending the PAT, 24 points.
And he had 2 interceptions last season. Somebody that always prides himself on getting turnovers. And they're the first one in week 1 and taking it back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, just fantastic job by this Notre Dame defense, just being everywhere they need to be early in this game.
Update score in the Oregon-Michigan game. It's a 7-point game on Twitch. Michigan is up 7 and driving.
Yeah, if you're A&M, this drive, you've got to come away with points. We talked about getting this run game established, but you just got to get points on the board.
Start off again with another run, this time only for a pickup of 4, but still 2nd down and 6, so very manageable for him, but it looks like they're going to have to get something going here and convert this 2nd down and get this drive going.
Yeah, you've got to start looking at Kellen Irvin's way. You just got to find a way to get him open, get him the ball.
There goes Peters up the middle, first carry, 8 yards, and just like that, gets the first down for A&M.
Yeah, I don't hate the play call on that one. It's a good job. It was a great, strong run, but you've got to be moving the ball a little bit better than that. You've got to be moving it quicker.
Bringing out by Ray Dunn, 40 yards, and they're going to burn their first time out of the first half.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have burned a timeout this early on. Maybe move it a little bit more before I started calling timeouts, but you got to stop the clock one way or the other.
Jermaine throws it out. Kind of a lollipop throw out there with a lot of air underneath it. Luckily, Walker wasn't able to get a hand up there, but still, 3rd down and 3 upcoming for A&M.
Yeah, pretty risky pass right there. We just saw a pick six on a play that looked very similar to that. You got to be very careful about that.
Jermaine keeps on the option keeper. 1st down, turning it upfield. Just like that, this is a good drive here for Jermaine to get some momentum back.
Yeah, really, really good play calling here by A&M to find a way to move the ball down the field, but they've really got to keep this momentum going. You've got to get points on the board.
3 down linemen from Notre Dame. They bring the blitz. Jermaine sees it, throws it, but it's going to be incomplete. Joseph Robinson was the intended receiver, and it just fell off his hands.
Yeah, looked like that would have been the 2nd target of the night for Robinson, but he just wasn't there on that catch.
2nd down and 10. Jermaine dropping back. Throwing it underneath from Brett Mills, 5-yard reception, setting up 3rd down and 5 for this A&M defense. For this A&M offense, what are you calling here, Rick?
Honestly, they've been looking really hard at these slants. Hopefully, anything other than a halfback screen would be the preferable call.
Under a minute left to go in the first half. They're going to do a draw play. Ty Dixon trying to get there. Again, the swarming defense from Notre Dame is able to make the stop, but not before he picks up a gain of 2, and they're going to settle for a field goal from Cade Allen.
Yeah, great job by that Notre Dame defense, just really swarming on Ty Dixon. Once they figured out it was a draw play, and Dixon looked like he had enough to get the first down and keep it going. But that Notre Dame defense has probably got one of the speediest linebacker and secondaries in the game. It looks like there's a flag on the play.
Oh, false start. This is going to move them back. This might take about a field goal range.
Yeah, Cade Allen's got a bit of a leg, but I'm not too sure about this kick here.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, that penalty is costly there. That takes at least 3 points if he makes it off the board. And now you're going to have to punt this away to a Notre Dame offense that has already scored on multiple possessions against you.
And yeah, that's got to be about as disheartening as can be. And then almost getting the punt to land on the 1-yard line there. So Notre Dame gets the ball, 25 seconds, all 3 timeouts. Maybe they'll try to drive the ball down the field.
Everybody tuning in on YouTube, thank you. Brent Mills, Tekoa Shaw, Eric Mears. We got Aaron Witten in chat. Cy Rock is in chat. Ethan Shoemaker in chat, cheering on his Aggies as he has to sit out this game. But it's going to be first down and 10, or second down, excuse me, as Steeman after throwing that one out of bounds.
Yeah, great job by him recognizing the defense, and his players just weren't there. His wide receivers were not where he needed them to be, so just get rid of the ball, just throw it away.
And they're going to try a run play, but Ty Perry from Clemson says no, as the transfer making another tackle, and A&M taking their second timeout.
Well, it looks like they'll try to get the ball back.
Kickler on another run. I lost track of his compass there, and so another stop for this A&M defense, and you got to wonder, with Notre Dame playing these little run plays, are they playing back into the momentum for Texas A&M?
Yeah, that was a great job right there by A&M. You needed to get a stop on defense, and you got one. And you're going to have you're going to have not terrible field position on this one, but you really, 5 seconds to maybe go for a Hail Mary. I'm not too sure if they're actually going to take a shot or maybe just have to run the clock, go to halftime, and collect themselves before they come back.
We'll see what they do here with 5 seconds left to go. No timeouts. Dixon in the backfield, lined up to his left. And he's going to wind up and throw it. Jermaine has an open receiver. Is this the prayer that's answered? Yes, it is. Joseph Robinson, 59 yards to close out the first half.
What a play right there by Jimmy Jermaine, just finding his guy open. Somehow the Notre Dame defense lets this very, very dangerous core of wide receivers get open downfield. And it looks like A&M is going to go for 2 on this one as well.
Wow, kind of that's a play call to go for 2. Dixon, and Al Walker says no. He is stopped. The conversion is no good.
And just a shoulder check right there to stop him from getting 2.
And just like that, we've come to the end of the first half. Notre Dame on top, 31-13, as we enter the halftime studios here, Rick. It's been really all Notre Dame, but that little bit of momentum that A&M got at the end of the first half, that could prove to be big going into the second half.
Yeah, that's something you really want to hold on to. You want to build off of, that feeling when you let Kellen Irvin break deep on that first, deep catch for a touchdown early in the game. You just got it again. You have to keep building off of that. We've seen them have success with these wide receivers getting deep, going for these long shots downfield. And that's what's worked for them, because they're not getting anything up front from this Notre Dame defense, because they are just shutting everything down over the middle and at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, these linebackers, Al Walker, Dominic Shalizzi, even Oliver Dunham, having some big games as well, the linebackers. And you just got to sometimes just give credit. I mean, Notre Dame has a new AD. Kobe Kickler came over from USC, and in his first game, he's looking really good.
Yeah, I think he's been doing a great job himself in this game. I mean, they haven't really asked him to do too much. I mean, he got that touchdown early on for him, and he's got a few really good catches. But really, it's been all Steeman. It's been all of this defense making some huge plays for them, including that pick 6 early on.
And again, I mean, we talked about the momentum. They got a touchdown to close out the first half. And here, they get the ball back to start the second half. So this could be big for him, a 14-point swing. But Eric Mears and the job that he has in front of him, what do you expect to see from this Texas A&M team?
Hopefully a little bit more passing downfield. They have a lot of dangerous deep threats, so hopefully they'll start looking to them in this second half of football.
Hand off to Ty Dixon, breaking out in a couple tackles, looking really jiggy with it in there, and pick up 7 yards. He's up to 14 rushes on 68 yards.
Yeah, it looks like they greased him up at the halftime. He kind of got a few guys to miss on those tackles right there, as he just somehow slipped through them.
Whistle set here. Tight end going in motion from left to right. That's Ryan Dunn. And there's Dixon getting the carry. And he's shifted. He's still on his feet. And turns it upfield. Good vision and awareness from Ty Dixon. Picking up some extra yards after the fact. And up to 84 now.
Yeah, I was kind of joking before about the greasing him up at halftime, but on that run, it looks like he might have done something as he makes a few guys miss in embarrassing fashion, picks up a huge first down for A&M. And if this is how they're going to come out of the half, this is going to, kind of put Notre Dame on their heels.
Quick throw. We already saw an interception for a pick six on a quick throw. But this time, Joseph Robinson corrals it and picking up just one on the play.
Yeah, pretty risky play there by Coach Mears on that one, play calling on that one. We saw what happened in the first half with that one. Maybe shouldn't have gone back to that one so soon.
Setting up the halfback screen, but Zach Howard is there for the sack, and Dominic Chalizzi was right behind if Jermaine would have gotten out of that.
Yeah, the senior defensive end wants to finish out his career here at Notre Dame, starting off really, really well in his senior season, this first game, really getting back there to him, putting A&M in a 3rd and 19 situation.
The prayers were answered once already for Texas A&M to close out the first half, and prayers be answered on this 3rd and 19. Pressure coming off the middle, and Jermaine steps and throws a missile, and it is caught by Ryan Dunn, the tight end, enough for the first down.
You could run that play, 20, 30 times, and you're going to see that outcome one out of all of those times. That was just an impressive job, Jermaine, somehow getting the ball out of his hand with that pressure in his face. And Ryan Dunn also doing a great job coming down with it, getting the first down. Amazing play by A&M.
Notre Dame blows up that option in the backfield. And again, Austin Witten, the defensive tackle, coming down and making the stop. A loss of 4 on the play.
Yeah, the freshman defensive tackle doing everything he can to shut down this A&M attack here in the second half. They're going to need to see more of him, in the second half if they want to close it out.
Pistol set. Jermaine throwing it underneath. Passes caught by Dunn yet again. Haven't called his name pretty much at all in the first half. And already 3 receptions, 38 yards here. 2 of those receptions coming here in the second half.
Yeah, and he's playing against the tight end for Notre Dame, Brandon Mader, the All-American. Ryan Dunn seems to be making his case early on in this game.
And a nice block out wide by Ty Dixon, doesn't take it, and instead tries to go up the middle, but Cameron Wolf is there and says, no, it's going to be 4th down and 2, but real important, do you go for it here, or is it still kind of early?
Well, it looks like they're going to be attempting a really long field goal on this one.
We'll see what kind of leg Cade Allen has, the junior 4-star kicker, 16 of 20 last season. The kick is through the air, and it's no good, wide right, and setting up Notre Dame in good field position.
Yeah, pretty wide right on that one. Looked like it might have been a little bit short as well. I don't know. I kind of feel like you should have gone for that one. You had a good bit of momentum going forward, and now Notre Dame has the ball again. You haven't put any points on the board.
Steeman with the blitz coming off the edge on the left side of the formation, but Steeman running to the opposite side and picking up 2 yards.
Steeman over 100 rushing yards on the game today. Not something he's really known for is his legs, and he has over 100 in the first game of the season.
Yeah, had 10 rushing touchdowns last season. Steeman taking a shot, not on the same page as Dexter Jackson, who still is held without a catch.
Yeah, looks like we could have spent a little bit more time with the playbook. Looks like he was hoping that Jackson was going to be going deep, and instead he cut out.
3rd down and 8. Steeman play action, keeps it, throwing it, and it is caught by Forbes Gunderson, 13 yards and a first down.
Yeah, great job coming back on that one, and giving his quarterback an opportunity to find him right there on the out of bounds line.
Toe drag swag on the sidelines for Gunderson. 1st down and 10. Pistol set. Steeman play action, doesn't see, takes off and runs, and there's Peters. Meets him at for a pickup of 5. But boy, I don't know how many more shots you want to take from Allie P. Peters.
Yeah, Steeman needs to play it a little bit safer. I mean, I like the idea, you don't see anything downfield, just kind of go for it. Just, your offensive line's been holding A&M pretty well all game. Just pick up the, whatever yardage you can. But I don't know how many people would run head first into Allie Peters.
I know I wouldn't. I would take the sure slide, and Steeman will get tackled for a loss. Big play there from the walk-on number 78, Matt Watson.
Yeah, great job by them seeing through the play on that one. They've seen that option a number of times already tonight, and it looks like they're about tired of it, so they're going to start, being a little more aggressive with it.
They're down in 9, setting up the halfback screen. Do they have the blocks out in front? Kickler breaking off a tackle, and he is they're going to say he got it. First down, Notre Dame to keep the drive alive.
About as generous a spot as you'll get all season long by the refs on that one. Fantastic job by Kickler, but they did get a little bit of a sweet spot there.
You hate it when it's not against you, but you like it when it is for you. And that was the spot for the refs, and a first down for Steeman after a 16-yard rush. Broke out of a tackle from Allie Peters.
Yeah, just Steeman is doing everything he can really to put this whole game on his back. I mean, we haven't seen too much of Kickler in the early, we're halfway through the third quarter here, and we really haven't been calling his name that much as Steeman has been, just keeping it himself.
And they're still going to do empty set here. Steeman breathing heavily now. Rozier coming in motion, setting up the option, but Steeman's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up 5 yards before being tackled.
Yeah, once again, I don't hate the play call. I like the idea of running it, but this linebacker core here at A&M is nothing to play around with.
Steeman empty set yet again, firing it out to Maynard, makes the catch, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Surprising, we only see Maynard's second catch of the night. The All-American from last season, only his second catch of the evening.
Bring it underneath to Bertier, and Peters is there for the tackle, and still enough to move the chains. And Notre Dame, it just seems like they're just taking the wind out of any sails that A&M has.
Yeah, this A&M defense has got to be exhausted with these long drives by Notre Dame.
Hand off to Kobe Kickler, trying to get outside, but the defense is there. Josh Clayton meeting the running back, Kobe Kickler.
Yeah, Clayton at 9 tackles already in this game, going back to his ways, just compiling these tackles game after game, trying to get a little bit of that aggression out on that tackle to play.
No, A&M is due for a turnover, and they need one badly. And there's a shot as this option play again from Steeman, and he does not pitch it. Good job, but Josh Clayton, and it's only a matter of time before Steeman puts that ball on the turf.
Yeah, once again, that aggression right there. Clayton, this A&M defense has got to be as angry as they can be, and he's letting it out little by little.
I don't know how much energy Steeman has left in the tank here on this drive. Throwing it out. What a catch by Cooper. Going up and mossing the defender. Able to come down with it. The walk-on not able to stay with Cooper. And it's going to be 4th down and goal, but you got to wonder, is Notre Dame going to probably go for it?
Yeah, about as risky a throw as you got there. You have the walk-on cornerback right in his face. I mean, it's a smart move. Just let Amy just kick this one right through. She's about as sure as it gets when it comes to these field goals.
Chip shot for her, and it's through the uprights and good. So 34-13 is the score, coming to you live from Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. Notre Dame on top, the 12th ranked team.
And honestly, as crazy as it sounds, this game is still not out of A&M's reach. This is a 3-possession game, and they've got to start right here, not turning the ball over, making really smart decisions on offense. And yeah, you've got to start going for it on these 4th and short downs.
I mean, how do you just even start with maintaining a drive? I mean, you were a former AD of Florida, just getting into your mindset a little bit.
We had a few comebacks. We had a pretty good one against Clemson at the end of last season. But honestly, this is not the way to start. These outside runs here with Ty Dixon, they might have worked early on. Al Walker and this fantastic Notre Dame defense has seen it all game long. They know what to expect. On first down, A&M is really loving this run, but they have got to find a way to get their receivers involved in it.
Yeah, just like that, 3 yards behind the original line of scrimmage is not good for starting off a drive. Jermaine throwing it out. Oh, but it's knocked away. Dwayne Dickerson with the deflection and knocks it away. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, fantastic job. 5-star freshman getting involved in his first game here in CFSL action.
Jermaine, 3rd and 13. They're 3 of 9, and the pressure gets home, and down he goes, takes another shot as he releases the ball, and it's going to be 4th down.
And we just called his name out. Blaine Dickerson manages to find a way to stop that play before it even starts. His receivers are just not getting to where they need to be for Jermaine to feel comfortable. Obviously he's had issues with turnovers, through 11 interceptions last season. It seems like he's feeling a little bit peckish when it comes to, forcing things, throwing into coverage if he has to.
The defense for Notre Dame swarming to the football like sharks smelling dead fish. And it's going to start with a halfback screen, Kickler, but it's going to be stopped and brought down for a loss of 1 on the play by Buck Malone.
Yeah, great job by there, A&M. Getting the tackle for loss here, just don't let the clock wear out. That's what Notre Dame has been doing. They've been wearing out the defense on these long, time-consuming drives. They are just exhausted out there.
And that's the thing, is when A&M is going 3 and out, it doesn't help the defense at all. Kickler on another halfback screen, and it's going to be blown up yet again. Brent Mills coming down and making the tackle.
Yeah, great job just seeing through it once again. A&M is obviously just saw this play, so they kind of had a good idea of what was going to happen next. On 3rd and long, you got to think Notre Dame hopefully is not going to be doing the same thing again.
That's the thing, is I think Notre Dame's getting away from what's worked for them here on this drive. Steaming, but off the hands of Dexter Jackson, and falls incomplete.
Wow, what the pressure by A&M must have been getting to him. Dexter Jackson could not hold on to it. Fantastic hands normally. this is something we obviously, he's kind of had a down year. He's former All-American, but has been struggling since he got here at A&M, and that one's since he's got here to Notre Dame, and that one's going to haunt him right there. He did have kept this drive going and run some more clock.
And this is a big possession here for A&M, just to at least get a first down and keep your defense resting on the sidelines. Handoff to Dixon up the middle. Big gives a shot and picks up 9 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, and once again, A&M first down of their possession, and they hand it off to Ty Dixon. It seems like it's going to be about as predictable as can be, and half the time it's going to work. 9-yard gain right there. If you can keep it going, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it seems like if they go up the middle, they're okay, but just don't go to the outside, because these linebackers are swarming to the football. There goes Dixon up the middle, and it doesn't even look like the middle is going to work. It's going to be 3rd down and inches. They're going to say he got a yard out of that, and it's going to be real close. 3rd and inches upcoming.
Yeah, once again, this Notre Dame linebacker core, Dominic Shalitzy just getting where he needs to be at any time. And they are 3rd and 10 on 3rd downs tonight, and they need an inch on this one.
Oregon is up 27-20 in the other game late in the 3rd quarter. That one's going on the Twitch page. And throwing it, what a throw from Jermaine, leading Joseph Robinson for 27 yards. Hauls it in, and that's a first down for A&M.
Yeah, great job of finding his receiver, just throwing it up there for him and giving him a chance to really get some positive yardage and maybe even go downfield a good bit. Great job. This is what they need to do going forward. We're getting towards the end of the 3rd quarter here. You're down 3 possessions. Keep airing the ball out.
Just a look here for Jermaine, 4 down linemen for Notre Dame. And a handoff up the middle, and Dixon carries the defender with him for 9 yards.
Dixon, 20 carries, not at 100 yards yet. They're going to him early and often. It looks like they'll be kind of relying on him for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we really haven't seen Kellen Irvin since that big touchdown catch that he had in the 1st quarter. Jermaine wrestled down behind the line of scrimmage by who else but Dominic Shalizzi for another loss on the play.
Yeah, this QB read option seemed like a really good play there, but the QB read was really seen through. Notre Dame had one guy for Ty Dixon and another for Jimmy Jermaine, and Shalizzi just got to him.
3rd down and 6, setting up the halfback screen, but it's not gonna work. It was smelled out beautifully by the Notre Dame defense, and just like that, that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Put your 4s up in chat. Notre Dame up 34-13 from Soldier Field. You're watching the PX1 Sports on YouTube. Welcome back to the start of the 4th quarter. I'm Jeff Melanish. Joining me in the broadcast booth is Rick Jordan. And we've seen a good one to this point, but Texas A&M looking to put some points on this board and make it a 2-score game. Jermaine throwing it underneath, but the hit is going to jar the ball loose, looking for Brent Mills, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, it's got to be as heartbreaking as can be. He had his guy open over the middle, but once again, Dominic Shalitzy being the difference maker on this defense. And I mean, on this defense, I mean, you could name about 5 or 6 guys that are making it happen for Notre Dame. Shalitzy really was the one to kind of stop that last possession, and he did a great job.
Quick throw from Steeman out to Ford Gunderson. Oh, what a hit! Laid out by Josh Clayton.
And once again, I'm not too sure what needs to happen, if he needs a tranquilizer or something, but Clayton has got some anger running through his veins tonight, and he is really making it felt on these Notre Dame Fighting Irish offensive players.
And really, the yards is really what is. It's interesting that they're so close, 317 to 304, but Notre Dame with a 3-score lead. Zachary Cooper first down with a 9-yard reception.
Yeah, and that's really been the difference. Is, you know, you look at Steeman, he has been so accurate and so precise tonight, you know, not really making too many errant throws and finding his guys, and his guys are holding on.
Gunderson, another reception, 5 yards, 2nd down and 5, and this is what this Notre Dame offense has been seemingly been able to do, is just pick up these little bit of chunky yards here and there.
Here we go.
2nd down and 5, setting up the halfback screen to Kickler. Trying to get out of it, but it's going to be stopped for a 2-yard loss. Good job by the Aggies swarming to the ball and blowing that play up.
Yeah, a really good job of the walk-on, really seeing that play through from the get-go and just kind of letting it, you know, not develop right there. And that's a great job putting them in a 3rd and long situation. Maybe get the ball back. This game is still not out of reach. There is still a lot of time left in this game.
And Buck Malone making a big play to slow down Kickler. 3rd down and 7, throwing it underneath to Maynard. Turns upfield and is going to get just enough for the 1st down. It was Maynard the second on some walk-on crime there, and just enough before the swarming Aggies able to get in there to make the tackle.
That forward progress will get you every time, and Maynard is about as tough as they come, really putting everything he can into getting that 1st down.
Allows pistol set in the backfield, and Steeman's going to take off and scramble with it, breaks out of the tackle, gives a forearm shiver, and a nice stiff arm, and able to pick up 7 on the play before being tackled.
Yeah, Steeman's pretty close to 150 rushing yards today, which I'm pretty sure would be a career high for him. He is just, I mean, he's just all over the field tonight.
A&M needs to have a stop, and Allie Peters getting in there to break that up. 11 tackles is her 2nd tackle for loss on that play.
Yeah, great job seeing that one. Once again, these QB reads, A&M is starting to see through them. And if you want to succeed here at Notre Dame, you've got to find a way to run the ball well and get it around these A&M defenders.
A&M needs a big stop as Steeman throws it out. It's going to be caught by Bertier, but it's going to be 3 yards short of the 4th down. Of the sticks, and 4th down upcoming, and we'll see Amy Shalitzy.
Yeah, Shalitzy, obviously one of the most, accurate kickers we have. All-American from season 9, a fantastic job. Hopefully we can see her here just put it through the uprights.
She only missed 1 field goal last season. She was 20 of 21 and already 1 of 1 to start this season. Kick is up by Shalitzy, and it's through the uprights, and good automatic. Shalitzy knocks it through the uprights.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like on the 35-yard line, that was a 52-yard field goal.
Yep.
Wow, what a kick. A 52-yarder and 47-yarder tonight for Amy Shalitzy, getting right back to her ways.
Breaking out of a tackle, and Amy and Armour bringing it out 30 yards, and it seems like if A&M could go back to redo that pick 6, that seems to be the time where it just slowly just trickled away from A&M. We need to get something going here on offense. Jermaine taking a shot deep, and it's going to be knocked down by Russo.
Finally starting to take these shots downfield. You know, we still have about 6.5 minutes left in this game. Kellen Irvin is the guy you want to look for, and that's exactly what Jermaine did, just threw it a little bit short.
Hey, underthrew him a little bit. We've seen some good and some bad from Jermaine in this game. Ty Dixon underneath for a pickup of 6 on the play, going to set 3rd down and 4.
And I know this is pretty early on, but I mean, you know, if you get this 4th and short here, I think you need to go for it. Just kind of, you know, you're 4 possessions away on this game now.
They're going to do a draw play up the middle from Dixon, getting enough for the 1st down. That's kind of a gutsy play call on that third down.
Yeah, they haven't had too much success with those halfback draws tonight, and to go back to it on, third and short on what is a really, really important drive here is about as risky as it gets.
I set up the halfback screen, but the defense is there yet again, and not having any of it is C.J. Freeman.
Yeah, I feel like that might be the first time we've called C.J. Freeman's name tonight. The three-star freshman playing opposite on the defensive line from Austin Witten. I mean, just doing a great job all night getting pressure on Jermaine and finally making his presence felt in the box score.
Second and 15 upcoming for Jermaine, 2x2 set. Peters in the backfield gets the handoff up the middle and picking up 7 yards. Going to set up a manageable 3rd down and 8 compared to where they were just a play ago.
Yeah, you're down 24 points here. You've got to start passing it. I mean, the clock is running every time you run it. You've got to start finding your guys open.
Empty set here. Notre Dame doesn't bring the blitz, but they don't need to when you got Zach Howard coming in off the edge, and that's his 2nd sack of the night.
Yeah, honestly, if Notre Dame's able to close this game out, which it's looking more and more like that as these drives go on, you're going to have to put a lot on this defensive line that has just been shutting down A&M left and right, giving Jermaine no time to find his receivers.
Yeah, you have Zach Howard, you got Cameron Wolfe on the opposite side, and then in the middle you got Austin Witten and C.J. Freeman, who's had good games. And breaking out of a couple tackles is Kickler, a 20-yard punt return, and they're going to be set up close to midfield.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot of Kickler, for the rest of this game. He is a talent, seeing a good bit of these strong runs we saw from him early on in the game. And right here, seeing that touchdown run from him, obviously, maybe we can get some yardage for him, kind of reward him for how well he's played this game.
And what seems to be kind of surprising is Notre Dame ranked 12th in the poll, but yet only three beat writers took Texas A&M in the predictions, and only one took Notre Dame. So a little bit of give and take here for the beat writers, and Notre Dame putting it almost as bulletin board material.
Yeah, it looks that way. I mean, obviously, when you make those kind of statements about a team, they take it to heart. Coach Rick Kickler, obviously from one Rick to another, he's doing a fantastic job in his first game as an AD here tonight.
This is really good first performance for him as an AD. Going up the middle, Steeman, and again, laying the lumber at the end of these runs. The way that Steeman has been running, it just seems like this A&M defense has no answer.
Yeah, over 300 yards of total offense just for Steeman tonight.
Breaking out of a tackle, he is just willing the life out of this A&M defense. Pickup of 6 on the play, and that's going to be 2nd down and 2, pickup of 8.
Yeah, and it looks like Notre Dame is really unwilling to get away from these QB reads. Instead of just letting Kickler run the clock out himself, Steeman wants to get some more yardage for him.
There goes Kickler up the middle, and enough for the first down. That's going to be 6, and that's going to be enough for the first down. And it seems like Notre Dame is just putting the icing on the cake here.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting closer and closer to the end zone right here, and these 6 and 7 yard runs are really adding up, really wearing down this defense.
And the defensive line for Texas A&M really can't get home at all, as Zachary Cooper with a 9-yard reception, as Steeman just throwing missiles all over the place, and 10 receptions for Zachary Cooper in this game.
Yeah, he's done a really, really good job spreading the ball out, really, really secure with his passes, making smart passes, making smart decisions.
2nd down and 1, 3 down defensive lineman for Texas A&M. And it looks like now Steeman is looking to try to maybe get him to jump here and take some time off of this game clock. 3 minutes will come up in 4 seconds left to go in the game.
Not a bad decision.
They will snap it with 2 on the play clock. Steeman fires it underneath to Maynard, breaking out of a tackle. He's still loose down the sideline. He's going to be pushed out at around the 1 or the 2 yard line.
And Texas A&M is very, very lucky on that one, because from our angle up here in the booth, it really looked like he kind of spun into the end zone on that catch.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the pylon and got in, but they say he was a couple inches short. Steeman in the shotgun. And again, they're just going to wind this play clock down and take some time off the clock.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure on that last play call. I mean, if he was inbounds so they can keep the clock running, I don't see how he wasn't in the end zone.
4 down defensive lineman for Texas A&M. 3 receivers to the top of the formation, 2 to the bottom. And they will snap this with 2 left on the play clock. Steeman dropping back, takes off and runs up the middle, and tacks on another touchdown to his name.
Yeah, doing what they've done all game long, just, looking to see if anything's there, and if there's nothing, Steeman just keeps it himself and just runs forward for a gain, and that time it puts 6 on the board.
7-play drive, taking some time off the clock towards the end of it, but Notre Dame extends the lead. It's now 44-13. But Rick, coming into this, we talked about both teams struggling last season, but Texas A&M, this one, you kind of feel shell-shocked, but you know what? It's still a long season left to go.
Yeah, it really is. I think there's a lot of positive. I mean, I know it's about as lopsided as a game can be right now, but there's a lot of positives to take away from this game. I mean, but yeah, you're comparing it to the beginning of last season. A&M lost their opener to LSU by 1 point, and on the other hand, Notre Dame beat the eventual national champions, Miami, 47-17, which looks pretty familiar here right now.
And there goes Ty Dixon up the middle for a pick of a 5. But yeah, that 1 point loss though for A&M, that was the largest that was the most points come back by for LSU in that one, coming down 24 and making that a game, and eventually getting the win. Here's second down and 5. Jermaine in the pistol formation, hands off to Dixon. I don't know if this is a little bit of a waving the white flag, but Dixon getting some carries here. 2 straight carries and a first down.
Yeah, I mean, this is something I think early on we really wanted to see them do, is just kind of go to Dixon early and often, and they kind of got away from that, kind of making some questionable play calls throughout.
Jermaine will keep it, getting around the edge, got some blocks downfield yet again, and he's going to scramble past the 50 and get inside Notre Dame territory 21 yards later.
Yeah, 10 rushes for 10 yards, and that's mainly because of all of the sacks that he's had tonight. I mean, he's been taken down pretty often by this defensive line here by Notre Dame.
Jermaine will try to put on some consolation touchdowns here, make the score a little bit closer, maybe working on stuff for next week. It's always like that in the CFSL, always looking to get better and going into next week, and it's gonna be tough for A&M, but you know what? You just got to take it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you don't hate it. Just kind of try some things out, see what works, see what doesn't here with the rest of this game.
Second down and 4, handoff to Dixon or to Peters, up the middle. That's gonna be 11 yards, and just like that, another first down. So A&M keeping the drive alive.
Yeah, doing what they should have done really in the first half of the game. Just running this ball, right up the middle, somehow finding a way through this defensive line of Notre Dame.
Throwing it over the middle, pass is caught by Brent Mills, breaking out of a couple tackles and getting it inside the red zone.
Yeah, and we've seen positives tonight for A&M. We've seen Clayton and Peters playing at top level like they always do.
First down and 10 inside the red zone. Jermaine setting up the halfback screen to Dixon, trying to get going. So he's going to be pushed. Get to say that he's inbound still, but it's going to be second down and 13. Upcoming loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, the halfback screen, we see teams do it, 4 or 5 times a game. And this late in the game, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock is the one positive thing you can say about the play. But you got to figure out a way to make it work for you, and a lot of teams really aren't able to.
Just want to give another shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. All 36 of you, thanks for tuning into this one. And it's going to be another interception by Bubba Bertier, and he has tied what he did last season with 2 interceptions, and he's done it in the first game of season 10.
Yeah, I like him going to Irvin, looking for Irvin, but he just put that one up there, and Bertier was able to get to it for his second interception so far this young season.
Hand off to Kickler up the middle, pick up a 5 on the play with 40 seconds left to go. This one will pretty much do it. Aaron Witten, Rick Kickler, Clutch 101 in chat, Takoa Shaw in chat as well, Wookie as well, Ted Stern, Ty Perry, Ivory Irvin, Eric Mears, Tyrock. Thank you everybody for tuning in. If I missed you, I even saw Allie in chat as well. And there goes Steeman breaking out of tackles and all the way down 46 yards to close out the night with 197 rushing yards, a career high for him. And boy, oh boy, Rick, I mean, just what a way to kick off season 10 for both of these programs.
Yeah, honestly, we've seen Notre Dame have so much success in the past, obviously winning the first CFSL National Championship in Season 1, and this is exactly what they need to do to start the season, to get right back into it. A&M, on the other hand, obviously some issues on the side. I will say only one turnover in this game towards the very end, obviously that second turnover, but a good job of A&M protecting the ball, but that defense has really got to find a way to shut down opposing offenses if they want to have success this season.
Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. You've been watching a presentation of PX1 Sports, and we are not done. We still got games going on tomorrow. Northern Illinois, Texas, Eastern Michigan, and Alabama, Ball State, Auburn, and Kent State, Nebraska. Till then, have a good night, everybody.